Hello, and welcome back to Boop Dungeons, the Tower of Divinity. We have all of our trauma-ridden characters today, plus a new addition, which we'll get to soon. I do apologise to all the players for pulling you away from the precious Pokemon, because I know the pain too. I currently have about 60 or 70 eggs needing to be hatched right now. So let's get through this quick, yeah?
Just for you, we're going to make it slow now.
I fully expect that, and I deserve that after the Halloween special.
I'm still shocked from that. I was told a story that did not play on stream. I was lied to. There's too many deaths.
It's definitely something when the players shock the 2 DMs. So, there you go.
I'm
pretty sure everyone was shocked.
Apart from Neil, who planned it all.
I plan nothing.
Okay.
So, let's jump in with some introductions. Let's start with Truffaut.
Hello, I'm Jake, also known as Arcafan. I play Truffaut, and I am hoping that there is no trauma today, because my fragile little mind can't be dealing with it.
Perry.
I'm Chrissy, also known as Chris Whiskers, and I voice Parry, or, yeah, the lesser known friend of Phineas.
Speaking of Phineas.
Hi, I'm Wes. I'm Phineas. Definitely did not have a sister in this campaign, and yeah, he's got some new cards though.
Maisie.
Hi, I'm Ian. I play Maisie. I was promised no trauma last session and then was told that I might out-survive everyone and everything. So hopefully there'll be less trauma this session.
I mean, is being told you're gonna out-survive everybody that much trauma?
I'm very codependent.
That is true. Speaking of people who's died recently, Leaf.
My voice is still feeling a little raspy. Hi, I'm Sev, and I'll be playing Leaf. Super hyped to be here, guys.
And the one responsible, Recon.
Hi, it's Drunky. I play Recon. I got a girlfriend. Or at least I think I've got a girlfriend.
Moved on from the
said
whole
there
Leaf
was someone
scenario.
else. No, I haven't moved on from the whole Leaf scenario, but Leaf was asleep last week, so like, so I go and get me some.
Nice. I mean, fair. And as a very special appearance, we have a brand new character made by co-DM, Loso.
Hello, I'm Loso, and I'm playing the good doctor, Dr. Udex. A small-ish purple-skinned elven creature with curly hair, essentially, obsessed with the history of the Divine and the 13 themselves.
How will the party utilize that? So, last week, most of you attended the Last Rites Festival, where a little Recon went on a little date with somebody, and didn't really find out the big secret at the end. But I feel like some people may have all, clicked onto this anyway. And we'll see how that goes. Phineas and Perry are still sort of brawling a little bit, still arguing. Not in the best of terms.
This way, they still hate each other.
Oh no.
Maisie's currently hiding a terrible secret.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, seems sus.
And Truffaut, now that everything's sort of cleared, and you've now realised that you can't find the team that you originally went in with into the dungeon with, you're currently teamless, my friend.
Oh god! That is fine.
Let's see how you all deal with this today as we step into the guild hall, where a bunch of you are sat around the table as you hear Recon running down the stairs.
We just point out once again, no trauma. The first sentence. Oh, by the way, Truffaut, everyone that you know is dead. Right, Recon comes running down the stairs and kind of glances around to see if he can see the rest of his party and dashes over to them.
All around you, you do notice there's quite a lot more adventurers than usual. There's a elf playing the piano. The room is filled with quite joyful, cheer music. It's got a pretty decent atmosphere for a change, instead of the quiet sadness that you're used to around here. It seems a lot more alive, with people checking jobs from the job boards, people sitting around and checking their gear, having a few drinks and having a good time. You do notice a few of your friends around a table.
Recon doesn't pay much attention to anything else that's going on, and kind of darts over to them and says, "Guys, have you seen Leaf?"
No, wasn't he having a lie down?
No, he woke up and I went to go and check on him and he wasn't there, and the doctor said that he'd been discharged and that he was around and he was possibly going to go into the dungeon. I just wondered if you guys had seen him.
He was... No, that sounds awfully suspiciously like something I would never do.
I have not seen him either.
I thought he'd be with you.
Maybe he's avoiding me.
I'm sure that's not it.
I hope not. Well, like, if he went in, maybe he's already in the dungeon. Like,
He would not go out on his own again.
You hear somebody else coming down the stairs.
Phineas looks behind him and just keeps talking.
Ooh.
Surely Leaf would not do that again. He's learned from last time.
yeah, maybe.
Maybe he
Oh, look,
just still needs some rest.
It's Perry. Perry. Recon goes dashing over to Perry.
She sees Phineas sitting over there and she just like runs in the other direction.
Oh wow.
Like not hearing anything, like she's just quiet.
Perry.
Yes? Hi!
Oh.
Didn't see you.
Why'd you come over here?
Oh, I just felt like a change.
We're all on the other side.
Let me. Do you want to know a secret? Can you give a secret?
I guess.
The turtle and the elf across from you are looking at each other very perplexed and puzzled, but at the mention of a secret sort of lean in.
Oh. So Perry kind of leans more towards Raken, kind of like puts a hand on his shoulder, like to whisper in his ear. It's because Phineas smells.
He doesn't. Recon says out loud.
It's not a secret.
Does.
Really?
And also, I saw Maisie. I'm still scared of her.
Oh. Well. So does that mean that you're not going to travel with us anymore?
Oh, I will travel you. Don't worry. I'm just gonna stay in the back.
Okay. Listen, have you seen Leaf?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay.
Is he still in the hospital?
No, he got let out. I don't know where he is, but I'm hoping that he'll be around. I need to
I'm sure.
need to talk to him.
Oh, I'm sure he's fine. I'm sure he's just taking a longer nap.
Hmm. Okay.
So, what was this thing I heard with you and Elizabeth? I heard some quiet whispers.
Recon goes bright red and just kind of looks at Perry and then looks over Perry's shoulder at Lisbeth standing by the board, looks back at Perry
No,
and tries
I
to
just noticed that she's right there.
tries to like subtly shake his head as if to say like not right now. Meanwhile, Ikaru kind of crawls out of Recon's cloak, stands on Recon's head with his back facing Perry, and starts making out with himself. Like hugging himself and making it look like he's smooching.
Perry just kind of puts her finger on her lips, like shh, and then like whispers the word later, and then like sends her like a small wink towards him.
Elizabeth turns
And like
around
way of
and
saying,
notices
we
you
should
both.
talk later about this thing.
As you see her walk up with a piece of paper in her hand. Seeing Recon, you might notice her go a little bit shy and coy, but snaps out pretty quickly as she like holds this piece of paper out in front of you.
Recon
Hi.
instantly looks at the floor. Oh, hi.
We have this request in. It should be an easy one for you. It's we haven't lost anyone to this floor, so it should be easy. Nobody's tried it though. I'll get back to you on that. Maybe you can get back to me on that as she's holding out this piece of paper.
Perry, do you wanna
I'm still new to the whole reading thing.
Ikaru runs down Recon's arm and grabs the paper out of Lisbeth's hand and jumps back onto Recon's shoulder. Recon still is not making eye contact with Lisbeth.
Perry just leans towards, like, turns towards Lisbeth and just says, we'll take a look at it. And then she kind of walks up and kind of grabs, I don't know, I'm tempted to grab Recon's hand and kind of pull him away towards the other team. So because now we have a thingy, but also I don't want to break the whole thing with... No, Perry's just gonna dash away with a piece of paper and then head towards the other group.
Elizabeth smiles, really big grin, and turns around and starts going back to the job board and mumbling to herself. Oh, it's such a mess.
Lisbeth, where did you said you were going to come back and you never did.
I did?
Oh, okay. Well, I'll see you later then.
Did you not see me?
No, I guess you were with someone special, or... It's fine, don't worry.
You see her put her hand on her, like, chest, as if, and sort of grasp something that seems to be, like, under her clothes, and looks a little bit sad. And it's not her boobs, by the way.
Recon kind of notices the movement, but doesn't notice where she's holding because he's not really making eye contact, and he just kind of blushes a little bit and just says, "Oh, I'll see you later. Then I'll let you know how the floor goes. Bye."
Good luck.
And rushes off without saying anything else.
You rejoin the group as Maisie seems to have stood up and started walking away.
Like, I'm not saying that he would do it again, but Would it not be worth checking the book just to make sure that he didn't go in the dungeon himself?
You might be right. We might need to check in on that.
Aye.
It's where's the book now?
Oh, it was abandoned over in this corner somewhere. Last time I saw it, but there wasn't really anyone here. Everyone was in the tower. There was definitely no one here last time. I made a whole big deal of it.
Ah, good day.
Hi, just wanting to check. Young lad, bit of a neck issue. Leaf? Been in dungeon at all?
Ah, Leaf. He starts flicking through a few pages in a book in front of him. No, Leaf hasn't checked in a while.
Goodness.
We have heard from the doctors. He seems to be on the mend, at least.
Oh, that's good to hear. Okay, well, maybe we should go and check in with the doctor?
I mean, yeah, we can try again. They said that. I don't know.
Ah, Master Truffaut!
Ah, hello. How are you doing?
So sorry to hear about your party. How are you holding up?
Okay, I guess. Just most recent things within my team is been a bit peculiar, but apart from that, I guess I'm doing alright. How are you?
Yes, good. So it appears you seem to not have a group anymore. Do you have a way to remedy this, or will you be leaving the tower?
You guys
Truffaut
might...
Yeah, Truffaut will be travelling with us, I thought.
He is not
I just
registered under
assumed
your
as much.
party, no.
Is there a form, a person, a secret oath?
Actually, looking at this, it's very peculiar. Your group doesn't even seem to have, like, a group name. Like most of the other groups, you know, you have the timey-wimeys and the boopy-woopies. What do you call yourselves? I'm
Generally
sorry.
a mess, but I don't think that's a good name.
Does it have to end in oopie whoopie?
Yeah.
Yes. Gloopy
The
loopy.
killing way.
The Floogly Wooglies.
It doesn't have to be made today, but it seems like your group information is missing a few bits. Maybe have a good think about what you wish to be called. And Trefo, I have no issue with registering under this group here. Is that your wish?
Aye, it's my wish. I mean, a nice bunch. I've been travelling them from a while, but aye, I'd like to be part of their team.
And you see him write something in the book. It is done. Please get back to me with your group name, but until then, I guess. Are you heading into the dungeon today?
Aye, I guess so.
Yeah, we. Perry still got the sheet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were. Perry, you've got the request.
Yeah, I do. Kind of hands over the piece of paper without ever having read it, because her reading skills is still very basic.
Sorry, did I miss something?
Harry handed you the
Harry
sheet.
handed the piece of paper over to the purple-haired guy, and then
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I thought
Give
you
it
were
back,
handing it
because
to Recon for
her
some reason.
reading skills is so basic.
No, as Perry was handing the sheet, Recon went over to Phineas and started kind of pulling a face to say that he wanted to talk.
If Phineas wanted to talk.
Recon wants to talk to Phineas.
Sure. Do you need a moment?
Yeah. Come over here.
Ah, you have the Naga poison quest. Okay. Well, take this form to the portal, and they'll get you on your way. They'll get you where you need. As he hands the piece of paper back.
Okay, so do we all awkwardly stare at them having the conversation, or do we move slowly towards the door and pretend we didn't notice?
I'll follow you wherever.
Oh, what an offer.
Oh.
Let's just move slowly towards the door, and hopefully if I take one step really slowly at a time, it'll look like we didn't notice.
Phineas, Recon.
What do you want to talk about, buddy?
So, first of all, like, Recon sniffs the air.
That's fire. It's a fireplace.
No,
Pretty normal.
I know, but like, Recon sniffs Phineas.
What
Does
are
he-
you doing?
I just wanted to check something. Does Phineas smell bad?
I don't know. Does Phineas smell bad?
I mean, maybe a little sulfuric, but other than that, it's pretty normal for a tiefling.
So Recon kind of frowns and then sort of shakes his head and says, "So, I just wanted to say thank you for the flower. I gave it to her and we chatted, and then she said she'd come back for the last rites thing, and she says she did, but I didn't see her.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I had a little too much to drink in that drinking game. But I'm sure that if Lisbeth said she was there, then she must have been there. You must have missed her.
But then why didn't she talk to me?
Maybe she was busy fulfilling her role? She did say she was going to be doing something else. All I remember is some dancing girl and some lots of pretty lights.
Okay. I don't know. It was girls confused me.
I mean, you could try and talk to her about it next time.
Yeah.
And yes, girls are very confusing.
Why? What's going on with you and Perry?
We should get going after the others, but what it comes down to is I did some things in our past, and she only recently found out, and she's not too happy with me about it. I'm sure things will be okay, but she's gonna need some time. We need to give her some space.
Maybe you should just give her a cuddle.
I don't think giving her a cuddle right now will actually improve anything for me or my health.
Okay.
But I'm
Well-
sure we'll be fine.
Okay, well, if you want me to talk to her and, like, tell her you're really, really sorry, I can do that.
That's okay. When she's ready to talk, I'm sure we'll be able to talk. But thanks for the
Okay.
offer. I really appreciate it.
Okay.
We should
Well,
get
let's-
going, and we should go see where Leaf went.
Yeah, let's go find the others and
Yeah, because they
Find
seem to
Leaf
have
and-
left already.
as Recon Part walks past Lisbeth, he doesn't make eye contact.
Lisbeth seems very flustered, as if she's got a lot to do today.
Sorry to keep you guys waiting. Find anything out about Leaf?
No, we walked extremely quickly over here and didn't notice anything, so let's go and find out.
I'd say the cat is acting weird, but I'm pretty sure that's normal for her.
Now, speaking of awkward things, when are we going to speak again?
How about now?
I mean, I've given you space. You said it was something really traumatic, and
Yes. It was. I'm over it. I'm over it.
then
I'm over it.
you basically didn't speak to me. And someone said something about cutting your neck?
Yeah. So the whole thing was, we were in the kitchen and the other people have left. I think it was when we was in the illusion thingy at the asylum, and you with me, and I got out of my panic attack, and you just stood there, and I slapped you, and you fell on the ground, and then you just slit my throat and then disappeared. So that was kind of traumatic, and then Phineas ended up like coming back, and I don't know what he did. He just did something, and then there's no blood, there's no pain, there's no cut, nothing. And I just recently got to the term that it was just an illusion, and I'm so sorry that I kind of just ignored you. And yeah, so Perry just like, instantly just basically half jumps on Mace and just crushes Macy to herself. I'm
Talking of nearly killing someone, a little bit more breath, please?
Phineas just turns to Rekon and says, she's been dealing with some stuff. We'll give her
Perry's
some
not
time.
strong, so she cannot cross anything. She's weak as fuck.
Recon just kind of slowly nods at Phineas.
And so she kind of leads into Macy after she's released Macy from the crushing heart and kind of whispers in Macy's ear. When can you help me start reading again? Because I kind of forgot over half of the thing you taught me before.
Well, there's still about, I don't know, 4,245, not that I've counted in books, that I've not worked my way through, so plenty of material. I'm here anytime I'm not mostly dead in the dungeon.
We could pretend you do it after you come back from this one.
Sure. Let's see how many limbs and or fur I come back with. I could take you up on that.
Cool. Let's go. Okay. Guys, you ready? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Someone's
Okay.
chipping in.
I think Perry's ready to go.
Parry heard Phineas's comment and just like gives him a death stare and then ignores him. Does anyone know where we're going? Is it up
Well-
this way or straight or
No, we were going to the dungeon entrance.
a magic blue hand just appeared?
The magic hand says that way.
Oh, I didn't realise that wasn't Perry's hand.
Oh,
Magic blue hands.
I remember these guys before. They're very rude and don't speak to anyone.
So, not this way?
This way.
Macy knows.
I reckon it's really tempted to do something there.
Macy, who were those guys?
Oh, I don't know, some guards. They told me that I couldn't go that way, and so I went into the tower without permission, and we didn't really discuss that, and I probably shouldn't have said that out loud and just forget I said that.
When did you... What?
That's probably
know
what
how-
she was saying us.
Everyone was nearly dying in the tower, and I thought, oh yay, let's go and rescue them, because I'm everything, and that didn't work out so well. There was no one here to sign in with, and frankly, I just yeeted in.
Hi.
Cast a form.
He looks at it rather intently for a few minutes before handing it back to you. He turns around and starts pulling a few levers as you hear the whirling and gizmos come alive as electricity spans the whole round of the back of the portal, and the portal is active, and he points towards.
Stop!
Weren't we gonna look for Leaf?
I mean,
I feel like he said he'd meet... He left a note saying he'd meet us in the dungeon, so... If he's not there now, maybe he'll come afterwards? I don't know.
and if he is there, he's getting a right rollicking, let me tell you. Anyway, let's go.
Alright, guess we're going in. You coming, Perry?
Parry just kind of doesn't listen and just follows anyway.
You all stand onto the teleporter as you all get whisked away in a flash of light. When it loads, such bright light.
It's blinding.
You appear to be on on a portal. Oh, okay.
Sorry, Karu disappeared into the... Karu's very confused. There we
I'm
go.
not there.
Okay.
I just have like a greyish base screen right now.
You may wish to refresh then. So for those of you that can see, you appear to be stood on the receiving teleporting pad that's now died down and has sort of closed up. All around you is a pool of water and a walkway leading to a door. The walkway seems to be littered with snakes and statues of these giant snake heads. Water gushing in from the statues of snakes on the walls.
Well, this seems
Well, this
inviting.
looks lovely. I'm not
Also-
a snake. Well,
Also, there's some snakes in front of us.
the snakes in front of us poisonous or venomous.
Roll nature.
Okie dokie. I mean,
Nice.
hell yeah.
God, I've literally just like hovered over one of them, and one of them is called Sexy Giant Poisonous Snake. So I hope that answers
Oh,
your
no.
question.
Poisonous it is.
Okay, nice.
Poisonous and sexy.
Right?
That was my next question. Are one of the snakes sexy?
Oh yes, they're randomly assigned, aren't they?
Yeah.
Why is
Yes.
that? Oh.
I don't.
Aren't you a lizard?
So they are venomous and poisonous or whatever. They're danger noodles.
Fact.
Danger noodle.
I mean,
Murder some critter.
No, Dindy Noodle. It's better. The Nope Noodle.
No problem.
The Nope Rope, yeah. This might not gonna work,
They're getting
but
closer. I'm not having a good time. Actually,
can I walk up to one of them and try my animal handling on them?
oh no! In the meanwhile, Phineas is grabbing a card and puts it down to send.
I want to do animal handling on one of them, the one that's closest to me.
Yeah, you do you.
I'm doing me. I'm gonna walk over here.
Bringing in my new friend.
Okay, describe what you're doing to the sexy snake, Perry.
I don't know. I'm just want to do animal handling. I'm trying to like be calm and kind of like reach my hand down to see if it will allow me to touch it.
You see the snake start rising as it hisses more violently and starts snapping in your direction.
Oh, I don't give a fuck about it.
Phineas starts getting closer because he's not having any of this.
What can I do? So
The
it's looking
snake's
straight towards me.
biting violently towards you.
If this snake makes an attempt to hit Perry, then Phineas will immediately make his rodent to do an attack.
It
And the
technically
card will also
already
attack
is.
it.
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay.
It's already showing aggressive behavior, trying to snap. And just as a point, Phineas, there's also one snapping towards your rat just in
Oh,
front
that's
of
fine.
it.
Ikaru
What?
jumps
That
off of Recon's shoulder,
tiny green one?
and yeah, they're snakes as well.
Oh my god, it's
Um,
tiny.
Ikaru jumps off of Recon's shoulder and slashes through the air. At the big one.
That misses, unfortunately.
Well, shit.
As the snakes start to circle around you all. Harry,
I can legit feel I've played too much my other character because I want to be friends with everything.
you still trying to reach out and touch it?
Give me one more chance. here,
Hell
Perry.
yeah, why not? I'm doing for the chaos today.
Could I get a sleight of hand and then an animal handling, please?
Yes. Sleight of hand?
You're nimble enough to sort of back away when it snaps at you, so you do avoid taking a bite.
It's gonna go poorly. And animal handling.
You manage to grab the big one by the neck so it can no longer sort of snap at you. It seems to be in a good position to... Well, it's kind of immobile at the minute. It's just sort of trying to get to you, but it can't.
Well, I have a danger noodle on me now.
The rest of the snakes get closer.
I mean, I don't know. Can snakes swim? Oh, well, can these snakes swim?
You wouldn't know.
Only one way to find out.
I'm kind of tempted to throw it over into the water. You know what? I'm gonna attempt to like move towards here with the stake, and actually just kind of like throw it up into the water.
As you stand in that spot directly under a smaller snake, it bites
that's
your
fair.
ankle and seeps some poison into your leg, which burns. You take 4 points of poison damage, please.
I'm fine.
And you're throwing the snake still?
Yeah, I'm still throwing the snake.
The snake gets thrown into the water and goes under. As you throw the snake into the water, you see from behind you a very bright light. As a very familiar silhouette appears in the light. You notice it's Leaf. Yay!
Yay!
I was gonna keep waiting for Leaf to be like, I'm here!
Right?
Shining slash.
Missed it.
As he does this, you see him almost become the wind as he zips around, slicing and dicing at all the smaller snakes. Until there's none left. You are now looking at a very exhausted Leaf.
Hey guys. Sorry.
Okay, buddy?
Yeah, no, I just I had to catch up. I was doing something. Feeling a little bit better now.
What were you doing?
We'll talk
We're
about
looking
that.
for
We'll talk about that later. I had to grab a few things. It's good to see you, Finn. Perry.
It's good to see you too.
And I'll just I have my eyes on Recon as I walk by and kind of clap both Finn and Perry on the shoulders. Maisie, I nod. And Trefo. And the whole way I'm just walking over and I look at Recon for a brief moment and then just wrap him in a huge hug.
Yay.
Recon's been kind of biting his bottom lip the entire time Leaf's been kind of here. And when he hugs Recon kind of, you see a few tears well up in Recon's eyes. Ikaru, on the other hand, treats Leaf the same way that a very happy dog would be to see its owner and just starts licking his face.
But stop. Yes, I missed you too, Ikaru. We obviously have to talk, but maybe after? Let's get through this floor, yeah?
Okay. I'm glad you're feeling better.
Yeah. Me too.
So walks
And
to Rakon and just says to him, "See, I told you you'd get better. Told you."
I'll clap Trifo on the shoulder. Yeah, of course. Nothing keeps me down for long. And as I kind of toss Ikaru, not really, but hold out my arm so we can crawl across it to you. I look around and hey, what are we doing? I kind of... Liz was yelling at me about something, but I just zipped by.
Oh, I guess we'll have to ask Perry because she's the one who had to notice.
Truffaut,
I guess someone else will have to ask Perry.
could you make a dexterity saving throw, please, Truffaut?
Oh no.
Hey. Dexterity. That one. Saving throw.
Yep.
Oh.
Hey.
So it's almost like you get this spider sense, but you feel this cold gush of air coming towards you from behind. You sort of dodge out of the way at the very last minute as this winged snake appears from above. You all look up and you notice a couple more. Could we have initiative, please?
Sorry, did you say flying snakes?
Yep.
I quit. Leaf just turns towards the portal and walks out.
Good.
Bear with me, my laptop's being yeah. Initiative. Oh, right, is that?
Awesome. The snake technically just had its turn, so I'm gonna say that was his turn. as this one starts flying closer towards Perry. Phineas. Oh, sorry, Ikaru first.
Okay.
That turn order, does it look weird
Makes
to
no
everyone
sense,
or just
yeah.
me?
Yeah, it makes no
Yeah.
sense.
What?
I'm gonna go on a lemon and say the module might be broken.
A little bit.
Did we both roll 21s, Rekon? What's up?
We did. Although you still beat me. By 0.01. So are we going with the Ikaru?
Yep. We'll just
Yep,
go with
okay.
what the order is in here. I don't know what's going on.
Okay. Ikaru flies 10 feet off of Leaf's shoulder. And how high are these snakes?
The one next to Truffaut is pretty low to the ground. The others are about 20 feet up.
Okay. Others. I can only see one of them. Whoa. Okay. Is it going mad for anyone else?
Yeah.
Okay, good. It's not
Yeah.
just me.
Might be counter again. Perhaps.
Okay, I'll go into the combat HUD on your top right and roll initiative from there instead.
Hey, they look like they're in order. Hey, rolled it again.
I didn't.
Oh, no. Apologies for the technical issues. Just making sure that. That's still not in order.
Still not working.
What the hell is going on there?
Oh, it went all to hell now.
Yep, it's going crazy.
Who needs
That is
initiative?
That's a fast rat. That rat moves with blinding speed.
He's wearing armor too.
Listen, you have an armored rat?
He's a rodent knight.
Oh, that's amazing.
Nice.
1 second.
Oh. Beep, beep, beep.
Is that the technical difficulty song?
Is this whole floor snakes? Because
I mean,
I just
I
realized that
honestly
Leaf has an
think-
issue with snakes.
Is this Leaf for you?
Low column A, low column B.
These snakes need to leave him alone.
That
Quick side note: my neighbor's a ball python bit me in the arm when I was like 8 years old.
What?
Oof.
Ever since then, I'm cool.
And now you have magical snake powers and go around your city saving people?
Fuck, I wish.
that's how it
man.
works.
Everybody see again?
Oh my god, it's Snake Man.
Yeah, I'm not Snake Man. Come on, that's silly. You
Kind of person.
ever notice how we're not in the same place?
That is true.
No, I'm just kidding.
God!
Everybody see ya?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Combat tracker looks better to me, so I guess we'll start with Leaf this time.
Hot
And
diggity
go with
dog.
this.
I don't see the combat tracker, but it's fine.
We'll tell you when it's your turn, Finn.
Sure, I'll see it.
Leaf seeing the snake flying at Trefo. Also, I didn't really mention this, but you guys didn't get a chance to see it, probably because of all the blood that was covering him. Leaf is a slight bit taller and a little more well-muscled now. He's been doing some training, and he's got some fancier studded leather armor.
La-di-da.
Yeah, exactly. He takes a step here and pivots around Trefo and makes an attack. Do.
Let's go.
And it's a nat 1. Let's go.
So much training.
Sorry, guys, I broke him. Open up strong.
A little bit worn out from your grand entrance. You kind of start running towards the snake and feel a little bit winded, and you kind of don't make it all the way there.
Deep down, it actually is terrifying to have a flying snake.
Oh, I can't wait for you to see the rest of my cards.
Oh god. As a bonus action, I'm gonna just take dodge. Rabbit foot. And that'll be my turn.
Hikaru.
Okay. So Karu is going to fly over to this snake. Would I be in combat, or do I need to go to like the floor level?
You would need to head down.
Okay. Like 5 feet in the air would do?
Yeah.
Cool. And then Ikaru is going to take a swipe.
Oh my god.
Okay. And a second swipe. Is that it?
No, the dice are not
Oh
your
my
friends
God.
today.
No, they really aren't.
We just gotta warm him up a little, okay?
As a bonus action, Karu is going to take dodge and disengage as a bonus action and fly 10 feet into the air. And that's his turn. Karu was useful.
Phineas, we'll just go with this now, so your rat can move on its own.
All right.
Okay.
I'll be sending my rat over to protect Perry, even though I won't be saying it.
It's adorable.
That hits.
It's like I feel that hit. Perfect.
Okay, so you all see this armored knight with a sword and shield sort of waddle on over to this snake serpent and just plunges the sword directly down. As it dies.
Oh my god.
What is it with the fact that Phineas has probably the most broken monsters of all time?
This one's not too bad.
It was 3 piercing damage, so...
I was gonna say. And
Yeah.
then the rat will waddle over to the other end to see if he can help out there.
I like that it waddles.
I mean, he's wearing leather armor and a shield. I mean, he has to waddle.
That rat just got evolutionary justice. I wanna.
Yeah. So I can't actually end my turn, so this is gonna be interesting.
That's
So I
fine.
just don't have the combat tracker.
It's fine,
Thank you.
I've got it. Reckon. One swoops in, lands on the ground directly behind you. As it tries to bite you. Oh, apologies, I'm doing a private roll. That's not good, DM. I'll do a public one instead, shall I? I'll let you take a attack of opportunity as a reaction to this, Recon.
Nice. Okay, Recon is going to, as it reaches in to bite him, he slashes with his short sword. So,
It's not a day, is it?
nope. You're just going to dice the nest and change my dice. That's the problem.
Okay.
Everyone's still a little traumatized. So it's like-
Harry.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna go down here. And I'm gonna do. Oh god, what's this again? I'm gonna do a Minesweeper on the snake that's in front of Reckon.
You're doing what? Sorry. Okay.
So I need an intelligence saving throw from you.
Roll damage and it'll do it automatically from it.
Let's see.
Because I'm fancy.
The ones.
I mean, I kind of been all
it
around. I've been on
fails.
one. Takes 1 damage. Cool.
It took 1 damage.
Yeah, that's my turn. I cannot end it though.
Truffle.
Nice.
Right, seeing as there is a snake in front of me, I'd just like to whip it just to see if I can either fling it into the water or hopefully just kill it.
Target it and whip it.
Is that worked? I don't think that's worked. My thing's not working. I've targeted it and everything, but it's just not working.
I can roll it for you if you wish.
Please, yeah. I'm not sure what my my laptop's doing.
Unfortunately, that misses too.
God damn it!
These little things are tricky.
That'll be my turn.
The snake, seeing that you just tried whipping it, is going to try and bite you back.
Oh God.
Just imagine like a snake tamer with a whip. Just
And that hits.
Ah!
Oof. Oh!
Oof. This poison be deadly. Like, you feel this really bad
Oh
as
God.
it pulses through your veins, burning every sense you have. Recon.
Okay, the one that tried to attack Recon. Oh, I'm for some reason targeting 2. There we go. Recon is going to cast Thorn Whip.
That hits.
Yay!
You cast the whip as it sort of opens its mouth and the thorns go inside as the snake just explodes in thorns.
Okay. Still holding on to the whip. Recon is going to. Give me a second. Oh, it's up here. 1 second. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, Recon's going to end his turn.
Phineas.
Do I still get a turn?
Yeah.
I guess I'll have to do all the work here. Phineas will grab his card and summon a scout and attack this knight instead. I don't know why it's doing disadvantage.
Just roll normal.
Yeah. Ah, no.
That misses.
Oh, that's unfortunate. How can nobody hit this snake? Anyway, that's it. That's all I can do.
As it's slithering and writhing on the floor, nobody can seem to get a grip. Was that you
Too
done,
small.
Phineas?
Yep, that's me done.
Maisie.
Fucking cold-blooded little things. I guess this makes it easier whether we're doing fire or ice. Some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. And I'm going to cast... Oh, I'm going to target it first. Ray of Frost.
Roll normal. I know it says disadvantage, but roll normal.
Normal.
That hits.
Yeah.
Maisie, describe how your Ray of Frost kills this thing.
I want to go OTT and to slice it in half with some ice. I feel like that's the way forward.
Okay, so you sort of use the ray and bring it down like a long knife of ice.
Yeah, a ray
The
of
snake
ice.
gets just cut in half as it freezes on the spot.
Maybe you're not doing all the work then.
That's one cool kitty.
I guess someone had to. Someone gotta get up Truffaut.
You alright, Truffaut?
I don't feel too good.
You don't look too good.
I'm gonna run over and do cure wounds.
Just as a point that was needed, I didn't realize Truffaut was down to 2 HP.
There you go, 17 to you.
Oh, wow. That's some healing.
Been in the team
well,
for 5 minutes and I've been poisoned and now I'm back again.
my healing power is kind of broken now.
It really is, isn't it?
You look better than you did before, honestly.
Oh,
Really, yeah.
aye.
Robust.
Oh. Just hope no little slippery bastards.
Should have tried some. Should have
I
tried
know.
some of that healing for you, Lee.
Oh, you know. And I kind of throw an eye at Finn, like, and I go to make the the kill it motion at your neck, like stop. And then as I'm about to do it, I think real quick, yeah, let's move on.
I feel like it's gonna be snakes on this floor as he looks around the room.
Why snakes?
Why did it have to be snakes?
Yeah.
Recon puts his hand out and for Truffaut to help him up.
Oh, was he on the floor? Leaf is a dick. He just looked at you like, yeah, you're good, and then walked away. That's canon now. Sorry, Truffaut.
Truffaut grabs Recon's hand and gets helped up.
We should
Thank you.
we should try and keep an eye on the ceilings and see if there's any more of them.
It's a good plan.
Okay.
Well, should we start heading out there and seeing what else they have in store for us?
It's fairly dark. I can't really see the ceilings. Can you guys?
The ceilings aren't quite high.
Not quite. What's quite high?
I mean, how many bobs?
Not quite the but more the 1600s. That is the quite highness of the architecture of this room.
We're looking at around 60 to 80 feet high.
Yee.
Okay, so
How many
okay.
bobs is that?
It's a lot of bobs, is what I'm
I
hearing.
mean, we're apparently only counting bobs.
I can kind
lot.
of make out some of the lower bits.
Just as a point, height is very important in this floor, by the way.
That's
Oh,
at least 30 bobs.
Size doesn't matter though.
Doesn't it?
I don't know who told you that.
Oh, Recon just tried to throw himself into the pool but couldn't.
Oh no!
You enter
Where'd
a
you get-
room with pedestals, just 3 pedestals in the middle, just lining up to this huge mosaic in the floor of a serpent. There seems to be snakes on top of these pedestals. They are stone, with 2 very serpent-like looking humanoid creatures with swords on either side of them. At the very end, I don't know if you can make out, but there does seem to be a very strange person just enthralled in looking at this statue.
Hello?
I thought no one else had gone into this floor yet.
No, they said others had gone here and no one... Oh, well, I wasn't there. My bad.
They said that people have tried to, but no one has managed to clear it.
So has he been in here all this time?
I guess we'll
Hello?
find out.
The figure in question is a smallish purple elf. He is wearing a sort of tatty brown suit, essentially, little black loafers, and seems to have a tiny duster in his hand as he's like dusting away at the statue.
Is this man in tweed?
Basically, yes.
Amazing. Oh, that's a right intense piece. Hello there.
You've... Oh, You're not who I thought you would be. Hello.
Who did you think we would be?
I believed you'd be the rest of the historians. But it appears, no, you're someone else.
The historians?
Yes.
We're the ones who are making history, not writing it.
Quite clever. Yes, I see. No, the historians are the guild I'm part of. We were entering a floor, and it appears I didn't appear where they did. So I assumed someone had to come and get me, eventually.
Oh. Well, we can happily escort you. None of us have any affiliation with the historians, though.
That would be wonderful, and it was always grand to have a historian nearby, especially in places like this with such great history.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be informational. What's your goal here?
The historians are sent to floors where there are no to little enemies, and we gather as much information as we can to cross-reference it with the information we already have on the Divine. Oh, and the 13.
Oh, okay. The 13. What do you know about them?
Well, I am somewhat of an expert, you see, and it appears they have returned. Quite exciting, but also terrifying at the same time.
An expert, you say? Do you know how they've returned?
It is unclear. They were sealed away by some entity employed by the Divine. We assumed some form of box, but no historian ever got their chance to put their hands on it.
Phineas
Maisie's
looks
just
over at Maisie.
shuffling, looking at her feet at the back here, pretending not even there. This is fine.
I imagine the whole party just like everyone just kind of slowly sidelongs over to Maisie. Or pause, you might say. Well, we're here to clear the floor, so I guess just stay safe and we'll walk around with you and check things out. Yeah, that all right with you guys?
Someone's got to keep them safe.
Excellent. Be careful, though. I do not know anything about the snakes or the Divine and their connection, so if we damage any of the artifacts, we may never know.
I thought you just said you were. Never mind.
This is entirely beyond my scope. A floor dedicated to snake people? I assume the other historians as well. Have no idea why.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say there's probably some snake people.
They must have been, but not to the record we recall.
Hmm.
The Divine
Well-
created the great races themselves, but none to my record were snakes.
Well, that's the whole intrigue with the tower, right? It's just
Indeed. With each passing day, new floors are found and new exciting things to discover. I just hope the rest of the guild haven't come across any of the 13. Although we are great with our knowledge, we are not the best at combat.
Are there other of your members currently in the tower?
A floor. We were supposed to go to floor 38. There was a book left by some great entity referred to as the Witches, we think. We wanted to get hold of it as soon as we could, but I, alas, ended here.
Oh no, you said the magic word.
The
Oh,
book
oh,
of witches?
Yes, a divine council created by the Divine herself. They were tasked to write everything about the world. Every single detail. History, past, present, I guess. It is a very powerful artifact. It may not even exist, but we believe if it was going to, it would be here.
That makes sense.
Does it? But why would it be with the snake people that nobody seems to know about?
Well, no. He meant in the tower, right?
Yes, the tower itself. I, again, don't know why I'm here.
Did they mention what this book might look like if it existed?
Actually, it's a great question. The book itself changes how it looks when it holds in different hands. It has this magic about it. It becomes whatever you need it to be. So if I was to hold it, I assume it would tell me everything about the history of this world. And if you were to hold it, it would look like whatever you're into.
Wait,
Do you
so
think it
you're-
could teach you about like fighting styles?
It would if that's what you desire from the book. Past, present, and future styles.
Wait, so you telling me this book it's like a book of requirement?
I guess.
What's a book of requirement, Trifo?
I'm assuming
Yeah.
what you just said there is I think it was the thing that you need the most. So it's a book of what you want. That's what I think it is anyway. I might be wrong, but you know.
Yes. It is said, though, if the book goes into the wrong hands, it could become all kinds of terrible. It would be dreadful if the 13 was to get their hands on such a thing.
Yes, I can imagine a few more people that probably shouldn't get their hands on this book.
Finn and Leaf both look at Maisie. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, it appears I've not introduced myself properly. I'm Dr. U. Dex.
One more time.
Dr. U. Dex.
Nice to meet you. I'll step
You?
up and stick my hand out.
The smaller shelf reaches for your hand and shakes.
Oh, it's nice to meet you, Dex. I'm Trafo. As Trafo hands his hand out to shake.
He reaches out and shakes your hand.
Yes. Maisie, Phineas, Rakon, Perry. Let's get this show on the road. We should be looking for this book and finding out what's wrong with this floor.
Indeed. Is that he leans in and holds his glasses closest to his eyes as he looks towards the back of the room. Is that
Oh.
an eidolon?
Recon, kind of already looking at you through narrowed eyes, narrows his eyes a little further and kind of covers his jacket over Ikaru a little bit and just says, yeah.
Marvelous. The things you find in this tower. As you said, we must go on.
So, did you just arrive in this room? Have you been any other place? Is there... This is a big bad, defeat it and then you can leave sign anywhere?
I'm unaware. When I arrived, it seemed perfectly fine. I walked through that door at the bottom of the room, and snakes fell from the ceiling, so I locked it and I hit myself here.
That would have been a sensible option, actually, now that you say that. Maybe next time we run and lock the door. That seems more like our thing.
I hate to say, but that might be the safer option.
Aye.
Well,
My granddad used to say, "You don't have to be faster than the bear, just all of your friends."
pragmatic.
Phineas just puts his hand up to his chin and says, "Yes, that's smart."
I never asked. What is your guild name?
Well, that's
Really?
kind of,
We're
bone of
adventurers.
contention at the moment because, we forgot to fill out a form or something.
Ah, pesky paperwork, always getting in the way.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with paperwork, it's written.
Interesting.
Sounds like we got to come up with a cool name sometime soon, guys. I did hear there were some boopity boopers. That would sound pretty cool.
I think the idea is you're meant to have a different name, though, rather than just full-on plagiarize someone else's. I think that could get confusing.
Well, yeah, we got to come up with our own. I'm just saying, like, yeah,
I
that's-
just wouldn't fit in with the boopity boopers anyway. They all wear quite largely bright spandex outfits, you see. Quite garish for my liking.
how's the mobility in those things? I don't know. You know?
I don't
Loud.
think Helion could wear that. It'd
No,
split
it's
every
stretchy.
time he grew.
It's stretchy. It's stretchy.
Oh, true.
Sorry, I
All right,
What
let's-
did I do?
let's start looking around, guys. What were you? You were just dusting the statue?
Yes, to see if I could find any markings that would tell me why or what it is in relation to the divine.
Any other ways in and out of this large room?
I'm afraid I didn't really look, not yet. I saw a statue and immediately ran to it. It is my fault, you see.
I can empathize with that.
That's amazing.
Maisy's best friend.
Just don't show me a book. I'll try not to steal your power or anything. Okay.
Mhm.
Stop running from me.
No.
I'm faster.
Phineas would like to look at the statue as well, see if there's anything interesting or that jumps out at him.
I'll roll investigation.
Are these just giant pillars?
Mm-hmm. They are. If you look up, you can see a sort of second floor.
Mm.
It seems to have some kind of balcony looking over the central room.
Okay.
So theoretically, Recon could fly up there, right? Ikaru could fly up there.
Yeah, that's better.
They said theoretically.
Well, true. Phineas, this statue is made out of stone with some gold endowments like laid all over it. Seems to be a very serpent-looking figure, about to draw a sword. So if any of that jumps out of you, I guess there you go.
Does the sword jump out at me? Because that's an important question.
Oh.
The sword seems to be quite stuck in the scabbard as it's all in stone.
Okay.
I see you're quite the curious, like I. Yes, I so far believe these creatures may have been part demon of some description. It could be the earliest predecessor of the demon race.
Part demon, Phineas says as he just turns around and stares him dead in the face.
He looks down at you in your glasses. Yes, it could be a great ancestor of yours, of some regard at least.
Do you see any scales on my body or horns on his?
No, but you must remember, it is said the elves once had wings, and we do not now.
No, Finn. I totally see the resemblance.
God damn it.
I think you just got called a snake.
Perhaps the next serpent you come across, try to speak to it. Who knows? Ancestral powers might come through.
Hey,
I'm all for ancestral powers, but sure, why not?
parcel to
Phineas just has a flashback of his first pet being the snake. You know what? You may be onto something.
See, the pieces are all there. We just have to put them together.
You say pet, we say grandfather.
Ooh, that was a good one, Recca.
Oh man.
Do you see that door over there? Oh, okay, bye.
Oh, yeah, no, I do. Let's go check it out.
Reckon
You
would
want to
like...
come check it out too? Or are we gonna let the two little ones go off on their own?
Hey, I've grown a
you
little
just
bit.
spent
I'm filling
some
out a
time
little
looking at
bit.
the statue, so
Recon would like to investigate the door.
as in
Leaf
investigating
would like to
the
open it.
door, or
While he's investigating it.
I just want to know what it looks like, how tall it is, what it looks like it's made of, whether it's got a keyhole, any little grates or windows in it.
it's a
Any
completely
carvings?
solid, flat wooden door. There doesn't seem to be any carvings, any markings, or anything. It's just a very simple, plain, flat wooden door of normal height.
Normal for who? Sorry.
Do you want to try going through it, or? Oh, okay, yeah, you do.
Yeah, as Recon's like, looking at it and talking, Leaf's already just like turning the handle. More snakes.
You open up to a hallway where there's snakes wielding two scimitars swords. The hallway is well lit, fairly. Still quite dark though. If that makes any sense, being well lit and quite dark. But okay.
The room is quite dark, but the light from the sconces barely illuminates. The illumination of the room is just bright enough you can make out the room's fixtures, I think is the correct.
How tall is this room?
This one is about 20 feet high.
Recon would like to scan the ceiling, please.
Oh, Finn, I didn't mention this little
Don't
guy is
see
super
anything.
cool.
Isn't he, though?
Yeah, how'd you make the little armor and sword for him?
I've been spending a lot of time on my own recently, and I've been making cards. And I found out that they might even be working better than the ones that we found and bought before.
Nice. I and I like kind of dust off my studded leather armor. I actually made this myself.
Very flashy.
Yeah, you know. And Leaf looks over at Ikaru and then back at the little rat knight. Maybe I could make a saddle for him.
We should definitely talk more.
We
You have
come
arrangements.
around.
Totally in earshot of Recon, by the way.
I mean, Haru would clearly be the mount.
As Leaf is dusting down his studded leather armor and everything, does Ikaru see a bracelet around his wrist? Recon see a bracelet around his wrist.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Okay,
yes.
good. Cool.
It is there.
They can meet a rodent cavalier.
Imagine it, Recon. It'd be so cute. Little night rat flying around on Ikaru's back.
I mean, I don't know if Ikaru would like that, but we could try. Ikaru hops down off Recon's shoulder and sniffs the rat.
It's not a good way to start your relationship.
Phineas looks at it and then thinks back of Recon sniffing him earlier. It's like, I guess they're making friends.
Well, we'll revisit this later. Trefo, Maisie, Dex, Perry, are you okay?
I just wanted to see if I could remember or have read anything about snake people, not in competition necessarily with our historian, but just to augment his information.
I feel like you saying that. Anyway.
I said not necessarily.
You have not read anything about snake people.
That's fine.
As you all discuss, Dr. Dex is essentially dusting away the statue of one of these snakes holding scimitars.
There are more doors further down as well.
You know, it's not great to get obsessive about a hobby, I would know, but anyway.
If some people don't do this, you are aware that we may all die. Information is our friend, after all.
I don't disagree, but dusting off a statue in a potentially dangerous area where you've already lost guild members might not be the best course of action for right this moment.
My guild was separated from me. I've lost nobody for my own incompetence.
Yeah.
I wasn't bringing your continence into question.
He leans in and pulls his glasses up to his eyes. Interesting. Interesting indeed.
Truffaut walks over to Rakon and just whispers, I think there's going to be a cat fight. If you pardon the pun.
So what
My money's
information
on-
did you glean from the statue?
My money's on Maisie.
I see, Mio.
It appears the statue itself doesn't hold a lot of information, but what I can gather from it and the way it was carved and the way it's been placed, these people were servants to the divine of some description, if for war or for other. I would tread carefully if this is a place where they would dwell, shall we say.
Oh. Sounds fine.
From
Will
your
we stay indoors?
studies, could you perhaps tell how they fight, or if they might have a weakness we could exploit in case we do have to come across them?
I will have to gather more information about that so far, but I assume whatever weaknesses snakes have, I believe they're not prone to being cut in half.
Hmm.
Works for me.
Might need something bigger. And I look at my dagger.
I have
Dagger.
survived, though, that so far, I believe the 13 have very little to do with this flaw, which is good for all of us.
Indeed, it is.
I often do wonder what great might or power opened the box.
Maisie's conflicted now between trying to hide face and be like, great power, yes. Probably just coming off looking like she's having a mild stroke.
I don't know about great power, but bad luck might be more like it.
No one would ever stumble upon opening the box. As far as our research shows, there was a whole key of some description. Again, without seeing it, I wouldn't know, but I believe it wasn't as simple as opening. You would have to have, go out of your way to do it.
There was
I wouldn't say
Excellent.
that.
I'm starting to gather that there's more here than I am led to believe.
Why don't you tell him about this, Maisie, as Phineas opens the door?
Remember, some of the 13, hold powers beyond our comprehension. Lying is never safe, not when they are around.
You don't say. You think one might have the powers of illusion?
Not illusion, but two. You see, two has the power to take what is greater to you. They feed off the lies of others. The smallest of lies, the greatest of lies. It does not care. It sort of works its way into your psyche and lives within you. It isn't best to hold secrets, not in the tower, not while it lurks.
Answer me this then. What about number one? There must be a
What?
number one.
Yes, I heard there was activity of one. One finds what most hurts you, what is the greatest upsetting part about you. It amplifies it. It tries its hardest to destroy the very thing that is you by using what hurts you the most. Losing a friend, reliving trauma, being forced to do things you would never normally do. That sort of thing. I imagine it isn't pleasant.
Phineas stands there and looks back at Perry before entering the room.
Defoe looks like fists are clenched angrily at the moment as finding out what number one is capable of.
Recon bites his bottom lip until his tooth goes through.
Of course.
Is number one the strongest of them, or is...
It is believed that 13 is the strongest of them all, but all that work under 13 are equal of strength. It all depends how susceptible you are, you see. If you are brave and strong and have no secrets and no fear, they can barely touch you. But if you have weaknesses that you hide from others, then they can destroy you without a second thought. Take 10, for example. She can read your mind. She can see into the very crevices of what will hurt you the most, and then she strikes. It'll take some great hero, one who is both strong, brave, courageous, and untouchable to bring them down. Like the first time they were brought down, but I believe we do not have the time for such stories.
Yeah, you'll have to regale us when we're back in the hub. Recon? Not letting you out of my sight.
Recon looks very pale.
You okay?
Okay.
Nope.
Awkward.
okay. I just... What he was saying, it kind of...
Oh my.
Recon just kind of drifts off and wanders over to the wall.
Leaf just kind of scratches his head and lets out a sigh.
It's a touchy subject for some of us still, Leaf.
Yeah. I wish I remembered it better.
Just be glad you don't.
Harry stands next to Reckon and kind of puts an arm around his shoulders, squeezing him a little bit through.
Harry,
Fine, Professor. Sorry.
you know that man said no secrets?
Yeah,
I don't trust him.
well, neither do I, so...
So, like, that's not a secret anymore.
No, it's not.
Is he dusting another statue? What are we doing, guys?
He stands looking at the tongue of the statue as it points outwards towards the water. He looks puzzled as he sort of moves his glasses to and fro to assess the statue. Interesting.
I'm sure it is, but why is there a massive hole filled with water? Not keen on holes.
Yeah,
not
Leaf's
that keen on
watching
water
this
either.
very closely, looking for any ripples or movement or anything like that.
Be careful, I wouldn't stand so close to that. If I am correct, I believe this might be some sort of ritual room. I can't imagine the creatures who lived here are still living, but if they are demons, they might be. So I would be apprehensive.
I like that you just walked up after saying.
He walks over and leans in to look at the water. Yes. Interesting.
Alright.
Interesting how
He takes a small vial from his coat, plunges it into the water, before placing the small vial filled with water into his coat, essentially.
what happened to possibly demonic water.
The water
I think-
itself is not demonic, it's whatever its summons could be. It appears this room is dormant. The water may not have a larger point to play in it. I do not recommend going into it, though, for I do not know what happens if you are fully submerged.
Cannonball! No, I'm just kidding.
What do you mean it's summons?
If this room is what I think it is, demon snake people, or however you would like me to refer to them as, may be here.
Grandpa.
To be fair, we could be lucky. A chamber could open and a series of skeletal figures could fall out. Because who knows if snake demoned people can live as long as this tower has been dormant.
Well, with our luck, more than likely. I'm gonna go peek in this hallway again. I'm not fully sure what we should do in here,
Phineas
if anything.
is gonna dip a toe in the water.
Oh no.
No.
Yes.
The water ripples outwards from where you dip your toe in, and then it settles once more.
To be fair, as far as Phineas is concerned, he's already partly demon. He might as well.
Do you feel any different?
I don't feel any different.
Interesting.
Maybe someone else you dip a toe in, Truffaut.
You want me to dip my toe into the water?
I wouldn't agree.
I mean, it did nothing to me. It would be interesting to see what happens to someone who's less demonic.
He has a
I
point.
swear to don't bloody agree with him.
But you're a human, the perfect test subject. You're neither magical or not. It's great. Completely neutral.
We shouldn't use one of our party members as a test subject for a demonic summoning ritual.
Fine. I'm telling you now, though. If I get
It's really
possessed,
not.
swear to God, man, if I get possessed by some Shimmy Muck Shim Sham, I'm not going to be happy.
As you're yelling at Phineas, you just see that he can't hold back his laughter.
Don't be laughing at a time like this, man!
It was a joke.
What's best?
Calm down.
SB man. Hey, Truffaut reluctantly plunks a toe into the water to see what happens.
You didn't actually do it.
Oh
I'm gonna do it.
Truffaut!
I
Roll
would like
perception.
To, I was wanting to thingy perception.
Who, me or him?
Me?
Whoever's looking at the water, I guess.
Yes, me.
I'll do it.
I'm looking at the point at where Truffaut puts his foot in.
Oh,
Does
no.
that count?
I guess so.
Okay. Oops.
Okay, if that's everyone. Okay, Leaf, you wouldn't know this. I guess you're sort of bored and looking around, maybe. From where Truffaut puts his toe in the water, it ripples out once more. And then is still.
And did you feel anything?
No, I feel normal.
Then out of my study, I can believe that this water is perfectly fine. Whatever was once here is now dormant.
It's alright then. It's no, don't. Right, fine.
Professor walks over to both of you in front of him, reaches into his pouch and gives you both a copper piece.
Ooh.
Are we part of your experiments now? Is that what this is?
I think that was a tip.
If you are willing to do something for the greater good of history, then it might as well. You might as well be paid for it. I'm not the treasurer of my guild, I'm afraid, so I do not carry much with me, but it is what I have.
I was gonna say, risking your life feels worth more than a copper.
I will remind the rest of my guild to compensate all of you for helping me once we leave. Who is the treasurer of your guild?
That would be me, obviously.
Ah, then the funds will appear to your account. I'll make sure this does it when we return.
Leaf's got one eyebrow real high.
Look, Rekon's still holding on to my money. What's the worst that could happen?
Oh, I forgot about that.
I vote
Okay,
Rekon as treasurer.
Phineas doesn't know either. It's fine.
I have come to one problem, though. Leaning into the large sconce. Who lit these, and when?
You mean you?
Oh, the
you
dungeon
did-
does that all the time.
Magical braziers, they happen all the time.
Interesting. I was unaware the tower did such a thing.
Someone who's very
Does
smart. You're
Truffaut-
very...
Sorry, does Truffaut know about like what the tower does? Does that make sense?
In what
Leaf is kind of being a
regards?
smartass. I don't know if we've actually come across like a.
No.
Pretty sure it's been dark before.
Maybe,
Times.
maybe Macy can turn these off. See what happens.
You know, I think the ticket with the tower is that we've all gotten used to absolutely bonkers stuff happening.
Oh, we're not going to use some ice magic to turn these off then?
I would
Okay,
not.
yes.
I wouldn't, I don't think, use any form of magic against a flame which either was always lit or is magically enchanted. It might not end well.
So do you think these fires have been burning for however many thousands of years.
Perhaps. I can't imagine anyone coming before you to turn them on. There was no one here when I arrived.
It also seems like the only way to turn off a magical flame would be some other form of magic.
It is a good theory, to be fair. I once knew a librarian who had the power to control all light around them by simply nodding their head.
Do you have that power, Maisie?
Not so far, I have to say.
You're a librarian?
Maybe one day.
Yes?
And you're not part of the Librarians Guild?
No.
Then do I have the people that you need to meet in the future? A whole group of people obsessed with books.
Oh god,
I
just
think I might like those people.
Maisie, when you're with us, we don't care much for books, so you get them all. If you joined them, you'd have to share.
The kid makes a good point.
The Summoning Child has a very good point. If I was to join a team that wasn't full of historians, think of all the history I could have to myself.
The Summoning Child has a name.
The Summoning Child. I apologize. What is your name?
Recon.
Recon.
They told you in the other room.
Oh?
Leaf, switch with me.
He leans in, his glasses shine.
Easy there, buddy.
Noted.
Did anyone else notice that Perry's missing?
The other one, she was in the room just before. She was staring at the water.
Do you want me to go back and get her?
Oh shit.
That one is very fast.
Run! Oh no. Perry! Leaf looks really hard at the water looking for bubbles or ripples or anything.
Oh my, it appears she's gone.
Roll investigation, Leaf.
Ooh. I'm gonna use my divine luck on this one. Hey.
This Perry was also part demon, correct?
Yes.
Perhaps she was more demoned than you. Perhaps her confliction to the water was much stronger. I never considered such a thing.
Leaf.
And-
You look very intently at the water. It seems completely still. But you do notice it's very deep. For a pool, especially. It looks like there's pillars holding up this whole floor that you're stood on. As if there's a whole different floor underneath the water.
Anyone looking in Recon's direction
gonna
would notice that he's shaking, but not trembling through nerves. It's like become trembling through anger as his hand reaches for his short sword.
Oh, a Leaf has jumped in the pool?
Yeah, Leaf dives in to swim down and see what he can see at this point. Perry was here. We didn't see her leave this room.
You didn't mention it. There's another floor. You just jumped in.
I wouldn't if I was. Oh, as you splash into the water.
Yeah, I didn't say anything. I noticed that, and then I just dove right in.
So you're definitely diving down.
I am 100% diving down.
Considering nothing happened when Phineas touched the water before, he's actually going to jump after you.
Okay.
Are we seriously going in the large pool full of water?
I imagine it's very dark in here, yeah?
Do you see
Oh,
anything?
it's very dark. You can't even hear the voices. They're muffled so much.
I listen. Did we not go through this whole tower shifts? Don't go onto another floor. Blah 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 blah. When the hole nearly ate me.
Yes, I also have almost been eaten by a room. It is not wise to travel from floor to floor, but if you look at the markings, and he points at the pillars to an extent, it looks like this is all one floor. They wouldn't disconnect, at least I think.
At least you think.
I'm not an expert of floors. Surely
As we
So you want us to go in to a hole voluntarily and not just that one filled with water.
it all depends on circumstance. I wouldn't recommend jumping down there. Not until they come back to tell us what is down there. There's no point losing everyone's lives, now is there?
Well, I would much rather not. Maybe I stay here and make sure no snake summoning demons come.
It makes sense, given your, looks down upon his glasses at you. Tabaxian, I believe you have an aversion to being, damp.
I have an aversion to being on fire. I recently learned that too.
I believe that is a given. Anyway, your friends might be drowning. How do we respond?
Recon's gonna cast Thorn Whip into the water to give them something to climb up.
Phineas and Leaf, you might notice this thorn whip now in the water.
probably terrify me. Oh,
It went exactly where I wanted it to.
Just like a master fisherman.
what's our vision like down here?
Exactly what you can see.
Okay.
There's pillars on either side of you. How much can you... Okay, it is extremely dark and you can't see that far ahead of yourself. You think you can see a hole in the wall just in front of you.
I'm swimming around. I definitely noticed Finn, so I'm kind of trying to stay close to him. How long can we hold our breath?
Just like finish a motion towards the hole in the wall.
By this point, it might be getting a little bit of a struggle. But you should be okay for a little longer.
What's the... I'm gonna look up the... Sorry. Oh, did we get the minutes plus our constitution?
That is
That's
the
the-
ruling, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Come in here. So I guess I'm looking around for like a body, which is terrifying.
Or anything.
Or anything.
There's
Yeah.
no body. There's a lot of rubble on the floor. In front of you seems to be a rather large statue, adorned in some kind of archway.
Archway? As in, we can go under it?
Well, the demon head is literally poking through the archway, so no.
Ah, gotcha. And the suspicious pile of rubble in front of me.
Roll perception.
Oh, perfect.
Cool.
Cool. Rubble.
You spend a little time inspecting the rocks, and you have a little bit less breath.
I was gonna say, does the demon look familiar? But then I'm like, I'm just setting myself up for another granddaddy joke.
You've never seen anything like this.
Phineas taps you on the shoulder and just holds up the question mark. It's like, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I kind of like shake my head and then I point at the big head. Does it? I guess this is kind of silly. Does it look like any of the horns or anything on it could be pulled or pressed? Like Leaf's just kind of starting to like move his hands around the eyes and the horns, and the mouth to see if there's anything that'll like give or tug.
Nothing appears to budge.
All right. I look back to Phineas and like shake my head and point back where we came from and like at my throat, like running out of breath kind of thing.
Phineas nods and just points over towards the rubble to his side that he found, and then holds up his hands and just decides to swim back.
Yeah, I guess we'll swim back together and find Rekon's rope to climb out.
Guess so.
Just stand still a second.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, hey Finn. By the way, when I pointed at my neck, you just saw like a small flash of like a white scar across it.
Of course.
Of course. I didn't see her down there.
She's definitely not down there,
But what is that?
There's a large effigy of Phineas's grandfather. And I smile looking over at Finn.
I'm afraid I do not understand.
Phineas just glances back at you and just says, "Not grandfather, but definitely some kind of demon."
Demons?
There's a frog on the log at the bottom of the sea.
Perry wasn't there, no?
No, we didn't see her. Maybe we should go back and check the other rooms? I don't know where she could have gone.
Perry! Oh. She's here!
What?
I'm sorry, what?
Were you standing there the whole time?
Perry, are you
Wait,
okay?
what did I miss?
She wasn't there when we went in, right?
I was in the statue room. I think I told you guys I was gonna go back to look at the statues.
Well, I feel like an idiot.
I don't know. Maybe you didn't like hear it or not. But yeah, I was just in the statue room.
And do you remember seeing anything out of the ordinary? He leans in and sort of like looks into your eyes.
Perry kind of leans back like, why is this sky so close to me?
Do you
just
recall
like,
doing anything?
no, I was just looking at statues because I didn't get enough time earlier to look at them before.
He spins around and, and points directly at Phineas. The demon. Was it surrounded by a stone pillar, and how large was its horns?
I didn't exactly have time to measure the horns. It was big, and it was surrounded by some kind of arch.
Oh no. It appears, I could be wrong, but the demon folk here right now may be in grave danger. His children form from ashes and flame, to his number devourer of pain. It appears the first demon. This may be a temple for two.
What?
I don't know what to do with this information.
I'm
Are
sorry.
you saying that
I'm sorry.
this floor is connected to the bloodline of these two?
Perhaps all demons come from the same line, his children, essentially. The first demon bled into the world, and from him came the demon race. Half demons and demons alike. They are all one, essentially. Their minds easily molded by two. He says and they do not remember, you see. It is terrible. Those who keep secrets from others, as I said before, are most susceptible. Demons even more.
Hold on. I'm sorry. He says and they do, but they do not remember?
Correct. It was
So,
It was how demon wars were enacted. Demons were branded as terrible creatures, but in actual fact, they did no one any harm ever. Completely under the spell of a spell they could not control.
I can't imagine anyone telling Phineas what to do.
But you see, it is unwinding. They are told and they just do. They become different people altogether.
So you're saying, in all fairness, this number 2 or whatever number he is, he's my father?
Essentially, yes. You most likely have.
I haven't met my father yet.
Phineas just looks confused. He's like, Phineas doesn't know what he's like right now. I'm sorry, her father.
It is not.
I think
the
you mean
time.
that metaphorically.
It is not the time, I know, but at least I have come to the conclusion that 2 had guards that were snake. Meaning the connection must be there. He must have birthed the snake race. It has nothing to do with the divine. It's all to do with the second. Interesting.
So
I
that's
would like
why.
to roll sanity check just to figure out how she deals with the whole, knowing the fact
Go
that
for it.
the number 2 is yet could be her father.
Could I also examine Perry? Because I noticed some blood.
So is that ability check or saving throw? It's saving throw, right? For sanity.
If you want to do a check, it's up to you. It depends if this is affecting you to a point where you are trying to stop being insane, in a sense.
Oh, definitely sanity saving throw then.
There you go.
Okay, that's perfect. I'm handling it better than I thought it would be.
And Recon, you do sort of remember that Perry took a bite by a snake in the previous room, so it's probably a bit of blood left over from that.
Okay.
It's just a little ankle biter. It's fine. No, it was the little ones. The little snake bit me.
It was a little ankle bite. Why is there blood on your head?
That's a good
Because we
question.
don't have images of feet on these.
No, I know.
So what you're telling me is that this number 2 can control Perry and I, and possibly others.
Yes, as far as we can tell, 2 can control any demon by just uttering or whispering into their ear. They can control other people, but they need to wind their way into their minds and find lies and deception to do so. I'm afraid to tell you, but you, too, would be the most susceptible. It probably isn't wise facing them, unless you can find a way to counteract it, of which I'm afraid I do not know. I will share with you all the information that I know so far. It probably will be wise to help you on the sense that second, originally when fought, was turned to a crystal-like gem structure, essentially trapped in a kind of resin, amber, if you will. We don't know any more outside of that because he was placed in a chest. If I was there when the chest was opened, I could tell you if he was in a weakened form or his demon form, but I'm afraid I just cannot. But
Phineas stops just turns around mid-sentence and talks to Maisie. You need to tell him everything you remember right now.
Oh god, I wasn't going to cause any trauma this session, Christ.
So, when I was a young kitten, I was found on the street.
You know what I mean.
Nice.
Tell him about unleashing the 13.
what?
We opened the box and light came out and there was 13 of them, so it stands to reason, I guess. We just haven't discussed it much.
You opened with the... How did you open the box? What key did you use? What magic do you possess?
I want to say it was a stone, but let me tell you, there were so many potential objects on that floor that could have fitted in a hole on top of a box. We tried a lot of things.
They really did.
But they... It is said that when the box was locked, the key was placed upon a different floor, completely separate from each other. You would have to have gone out of your way to open the chest.
Yes, there was a hole. We had her climb down there. She grabbed the thing, and then we opened the box. That's a whole adventure.
What do you recall?
What specifically would you like me to attempt to recall?
Anything, everything. 13, 1, at least something.
I can count 13 quite proficiently.
I understand why you are not part of no librarian guild. You are about as useful as a librarian as you are clearly at remembering. I am afraid, due to your friend's glares over at Maisie, interaction, that your fate may be sealed. As far as I can tell, I cannot feel the presence of any of the 13 upon this floor, but you must be careful on the pretense that if 2 is hiding anywhere within here, you will be powerless.
Does Truffaut have knowledge of Maisie and Leishan 13?
Oh! Surprise!
So, Truffaut just looks confused and just turns to Maisie and said, "So you released these 14? It was you?"
I think we all forget
Helion helped.
that literally I had to be forced to do it because a box is just a very small hole and I was quite afraid of what was going to come out and was low-key peer pressured. But no, keep blaming Maisie week upon week and I'll take it, that's fine.
Truffaut, could you roll an intelligence? Just straight up intelligence.
Straight up intelligence.
As you do this, Dr. Dex is rooting around in his coat pockets trying to find something.
Oh no!
Upon eventually pulling out a small piece of paper. This should help all of you, to be fair, but the demon specifically. It is a spell I learned years ago that to help hide ourselves from such unwantedness. It should hopefully help for this scenario. You may have to deafen yourself in some way, but I do not own such magic. The spell is simply as put. Wanted by evil, dark as might, I cloak you now in witch's light. I give you time to flee or fight, now hidden from demon's sight. Upon uttering these words, the doctor even disappears. It just disappears for a moment before clicking his fingers and reappearing. He hands you the piece of paper. It'll be able to hide you from almost anything. You will be sent that spell.
Thank you. Anyone other than Maisie have a piece of paper so I can also write this down for Perry? I could have
Leaf just
anyone
kinda
other
like-
than
Yeah,
anyone
Leaf just
other than
kinda-
Maisie write it down because I don't know if I can read.
That's fair. Leaf pats himself down. Sorry, man. Don't have any stationery.
You were sent a copy of the spell.
Thank you.
Now, I believe we'll get nowhere blaming people or arguing any further, but we must find a way out of this floor, or at least a way to do whatever this floor is intended to do. The issue with the tower, you can't progress until you have succeeded in whatever tricky game it wants you to play.
Perry, you've learned about reading and writing. Can you copy this for me so that we both have one?
I only remember to let us A to she kind of like leans to the side and kind of shouts to Maisie. How does the G one look again?
Oh my goodness, gosh! I said to practice.
I forgot.
Is there anyone other than Maisie that knows how to write?
I could write you a second copy, but I do not possess a pen.
Hey, Maisie, surely you have a pen the good doctor can borrow.
Oh, good. So my paper is not good enough for you. I unleashed a 13. Oh, surely you have a pen, Maisie, because you're a librarian. Throws the quill from her pack.
Dr. Dex takes
Incorrect.
Dr. Dex takes the pen and begins to jot down the spell again. Let me just quickly send the spell to. There you go. You have received the spell.
Thank you.
And gives you the piece of paper with the spell on.
Alright, Phineas will hand it over.
I'll take that quill back now, thank you.
He hands you the quill back. He sort of looks at you through his glasses when he does so. You don't look as powerful as someone who can open the chest. I, and like the others, should fear you, but you seem harmless enough.
To others, yes, largely.
Yes.
Rekon
Indeed.
puts his hand on Maisie's shoulder and glares at the doctor. Leave Maisie alone. She's plenty powerful.
We all are in our own ways. I suspect you are quite... As he looks down his glasses and stares at you. The fearsome foe.
Ikaru hisses at you.
Oh.
Oh, that's new.
Truffaut puts his hand on Rekon's shoulder and says, "My money's still on me's."
Maisie, you didn't know what was happening. No one blames you.
That doesn't always feel like the case, least of all in the long dark nights, but thanks. I know that this one's not the most socially apt, but neither are a lot of us, so
Yeah.
give him a chance for now.
Perhaps it'll be your story, what makes you rise to greatness, how those will remember you in history, the one who not only freed them, but maybe trapped them. Perhaps trapped them so well they could never return.
One quote that gets used over and over again. History is written by the victors.
Indeed,
Anyway.
but edited by the greatest power.
Oh, I'm sorry, who released the 13? It wasn't me anyway, but anyway.
Well, let's get moving, guys. We've got a whole floor to get through.
Indeed.
I see 2 doors here.
Rekon would like to listen to the door and see if he can hear any slithering or hissing or anything coming from the other side.
Ooh.
Doesn't appear to be.
Sounds good. Oh. There's nothing in here?
You see the smallest of box rooms you've ever seen. Nothing at all inside.
This is weird. Why would there be such a small room?
I would educate a guess that if you stay in that room any longer, the doors may close and lock. I fear the tower does this quite often. I would advise not staying there too long.
Reckon you feel a gentle breeze upon your neck.
Oh God.
Leafy, you breathing on me?
Oh, Leafy.
No, just sometimes when I move quickly, there's like a little.
I think that's gas, love.
Rekon still kind of looks around to see if he could feel where the wind was coming from.
Yeah, Leaf just hurried in there as soon as that guy said that Rekon might get trapped. Dex.
Do you want an investigation, or do you want a perception, or do you want me to shut up?
It's up to you. Investigation or perception.
We'll go investigation.
Do you want this little guy to have a look with you, Rekon? He says as he points towards the little rodent thing.
Sure.
All you see is this little box room that doesn't seem to be anything out of the ordinary. Maybe it could have come through the door behind you, as it did come from behind you. Maybe it was Leaf approaching.
Something seems strange.
Give me a little rodent have a look around.
how exactly is the rodent looking around?
Well, I'm assuming he's small enough, so maybe he'll find little cracks that they missed. Maybe smell something.
If you're smelling, roll perception, I guess.
How tall is this room?
About the same size as the previous one.
Doesn't actually have an ability, so I guess I'll just roll wisdom.
Oh god.
That's for perception, right?
Mm-hmm.
He does have advantage on that.
I can't see anything anymore.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. You all see this rat in armor having a sniff around the air. It... Unfortunately, Phineas, you don't exactly have a psychic link with your minions, and you can't speak to them, so you have no way of knowing what it's trying to sort of tell you.
But it does look excited.
It's still sniffing around.
Oh.
Peculiar.
Let's get out of here.
Is there anyone that can speak to animals? Hint, hint.
I could try. If I remember correctly from my studies, I know a spell where I can enter the minds of other people and things. We can see if it would succeed.
You could
It's
try.
look like number 2.
How fast you move. The doctor places his hands above the rat, not touching it, just above, and simply says, quite softly, "Life to life and mind to mind, our spirits now will intertwine. We mend ourselves and journey to the ones whose thoughts we wish we knew." Upon saying this, the pupils of his eyes turn completely white, and his hand sort of glows, as he enters the mind of the rat momentarily. 1 second. Interesting, yes, interesting. Tell me more. Ah, yes. As I don't think he smells. What do you mean? Yes. Interesting. yes. Okay. His eyes return back to normal, his hand closes. It appears your friend can smell something the other side of this wall. It doesn't quite know what. It claims there might be a whole room behind here. That leads me to believe this isn't real. As he knocks upon the wall, it makes a hollow sort of knocking noise. Yes, this wall was constructed after this room was built. There's more to this room than it seems.
I guess we should try and break it down. Leaf, do you want to do the honors? You clearly have been buffing up.
Leaf kind of like smiles and puffs up his chest, like just a little bit blushing. He's like, I have been kind of flexes his arm and touches it a little. I've been trying to work out a little bit lately. Helion was showing me a few workout routines.
You can
But-
tell.
Maybe we should. Oh, my guy. Maybe we should all do it together. I don't know.
Ikari jumps on Leaf's shoulder to help.
I mean, I can bring out a friend to make it a little bit easier on
What?
you.
Why don't we all just push?
Sure, we can try pushing.
It might work.
All right. On 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ah!
At first, the wall has like a solid-ish feel, but as you put pressure onto it, you sort of just move through it.
Oh. Oh.
That's not what I expected.
And like looking back at the wall, that's the I'm just like connecting dots here. That's like the 3rd Harry Potter reference we've had so far, maybe 4th. Let's go.
It's fine. I would really like if people stop saying that on my stream, but it's fine.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. As you move through, it's interesting. An illusionary wall. It appears there is active magic on this floor. Candles that burn forever, and walls you can move through. We're definitely, most reassureably not alone.
Recon would like to investigate what's on this table.
Reckon can see a small bottle of red liquid and a rather, if a plant could look angry, a rather angry looking plant.
As you say this, the doctor walks back into the corridor. We seem to have found a wall that is not real. This room is larger than it seems to be. I thought I'd let you know.
Just as a
Great,
point,
what-
it really shows characterization when Leaf goes to a statue, Phineas goes to a treasure chest, and Reckon goes to a plant and a potion.
I mean, pretty accurate.
This statue's hella sus, and I don't want it hurting my boys.
I want to sniff the potion or the bottle of liquid to make sure that it's safe to drink before anyone picks it up and drinks it.
So you're picking up the potion?
Yeah.
Yeah, roll a dexterity check for me, please.
Check.
Yep.
Oof.
As you reach out your hands to pick up this potion, the plant next to it snaps violently at you and actually clasps onto your arm. You feel your arm get wet
Ooh.
and it starts to burn.
Oh no. Recon!
Get it off me!
Yeah, can we go grab him and yank him away?
I would not recommend doing such a thing.
Why?
We don't know what the plant is. It could have teeth. It could rip his arm off. Anyone know any fire-based magic, perhaps?
I
Chop off the head.
I just yell shining slash and pull out my blade, going for its stalk as fast as I can.
Yep, Ikara goes for a claw attack.
Whereabouts exactly are you slashing at the plant?
I'm going for the stalk.
Okay, so the stalk comes away. It releases its grasp on Reckon.
Gross. Recon, you look badly hurt.
I feel a bit gross.
Where the plant was grasping, you have quite the bad burn-looking mark on your arm. As you look back towards the plant, you see it's quickly regenerating, but differently.
Oh no! It can't be. They went extinct. This is a Venus Vetrahydra.
It now has 2 heads.
I pick up its. I'm gonna try to pick up its base and like chuck it away over here. I don't know how big the pot is. Like, I guess describe how big the pot is in the plant. How large is this plant?
First of all, if you're actually reaching for the plant, I would like a dexterity check, please.
Oh yeah, it's gonna. Does it look like Leaf could pick it up and throw it?
It does look like it's very heavy. It's made out of some metal that you've not encountered yet.
It's not like a table plant. It's like it's a little bit larger. Okay, I probably wouldn't do that then. But I would. Sorry, go ahead.
I wouldn't touch it. Its poison is quite deadly. It's hard to cure. You see, it's a demon plant.
Oh,
Is
great.
everything demon on this floor?
It appears so, my friend.
He just turns back around, taps on the chest. Are you a demon chest?
Oh god.
Mimics demon chests? I do believe I've read that somewhere. The librarian is probably best for this.
I don't know if they're classified as demons.
Could you roll a perception, by the way?
Oh, it appears, Rekon, you have been bitten quite bad. I can try to heal you.
I mean, if you could... I'm feeling a bit,
Perry!
Phineas, you as you knock on the chest and say it, you hear the knock. Obviously, it sounds hollow. You also hear a slight creak coming from inside.
A creak coming from inside.
Mm-hmm.
If you could hold still, I will try my hardest to heal you. But look out for certain side effects of hydro poisoning. Your skin may start to turn green. One moment. He places his hands over your arms and starts panting slowly as it starts to glow. This may take a while.
Phineas will kick open the chest.
You're going to open the chest.
I'm going to kick it open. Try to.
As you kick the chest, you hear quite audibly, louder this time, a groan and a creak coming from the chest. You hear a slight snap of metal.
This room may have been sealed away, by the way, for a reason. I just thought I'd say.
Leaf, there might be something in this chest. It's groaning at me.
I'm kind of worried about Recon right now. Can you guys get back a bit? And I'll move over to Phineas. Yeah, this tower. All right, I'll hold my knife ready. You gonna open it? You remember what happened last time we opened something?
What's the worst that could happen?
Oh, I don't know, unleashing 13 demons into the...
We already did that.
I'm almost certain there is not a second 13. If there was, it would be news to me.
See? Can't be worse than the last time.
Unless it's of 20.
Phineas
Recon.
opens the chest.
You mean like the magical fire torches was news
Recon.
to you?
Can we wait? Finn, Recon's not looking good. Come on, man. And I get him, like, under my shoulder, and...
I would not if I was you!
Oh, God.
As you pull him forwards, his magic sort of falters and stops. As you notice where the mark was starts to turn the same shade of green as the plant. He needs to stay
Oh.
very still. Do you have...
Perry! Perry! Can she hear
We should
me?
get the other.
Yeah, great. Go get your sister, Finn.
That's
Mumbles
the
himself,
cursed
not,
word.
not my sister. As he walks off and pushes through the wall.
Not his sister. I thought they were... He said that kind of moody.
We
Anyway.
need some help in here. Recon's hurt as he looks at Perry. And there's some groaning chests that we need some help with.
As soon as Perry hears that Reckon is hurt, she basically just rushes. It's just full on. Doesn't give a fuck about the wall. Doesn't know the fact that the wall would potentially not give away. And I cannot move past it.
As
Thank
you
you.
come into the room, you arrive in just in time to see Recon vomit on the floor.
Nice.
A common side
baby.
effect.
Just to check, Maisie, are you pushing through?
Yeah. I'm going to come through. Has no one heard of the thing mimics if you're saying there's chest making noises?
Come check it out. This one groaned at me. He kicks at it again.
As you kick it,
Clear
you
if I
hear
eat you, I'll leave you in there.
You hear the echo as you sort of think you hear, like, glass hitting wood slightly,
Glass hitting
and
wood.
metal snapping once more.
I'm gonna open it. I need you to cover my back. Where's Truffaut?
As you do this, the doctor asks Perry simply, you are a healer, correct?
I dabble in the healing part, yeah.
Then I'm going to need you to keep your friend alive while I perform a spell.
Before you do that, I'm just gonna ask you a simple question. Was it poison?
Yes, but not really a
Okay,
poison
fine.
spell.
I would like to do a thing I've just recently learned. I like to absorb the poison into me.
I'm afraid that is not exactly how this works. It's not really a poison as much as it is a parasite, turning him into a plant.
Can I still do it?
I'm going to perform a spell. A strong enough spell, but I want you to keep him alive. Do you understand?
Not quite, no.
Try your hardest to use any healing point you have to keep your friend alive. There is no more to that, I'm afraid. The doctor places his hand upon
And so, if your spell doesn't work, can I then try to absorb the poison from him?
Welcome to try.
Okay, fine, that's it.
He places your hand on Rekon's shoulder. Rekon, repeat after me, if you would.
If you would,
Spirit to body,
spirits of the body,
body to mind,
body to mind,
as I chant,
as I chant,
undo the bind.
undo the bind.
What now holds
What now holds
my soul to me
my soul to me
with this spell.
with this spell.
Rekon, could you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
Now set it free.
Now set it free.
Upon saying this, a large glow can be seen. Your arm was slowly turning green, and then two of the many bite marks upon it slowly vanish. As it does so, you begin to falter and sort of wobble around. You feel a little better about yourself as you notice the doctor falls to the ground. As he lifts his jacket and shirt up, you see the same mark appear upon his arm as it begins to turn green. It worked!
Wait, you're turning green now?
I have
Why
transferred
is-
the curse to myself.
Why
I am
would
no
you
good
do
at fighting.
that?
I am no good at fighting, you see. I cannot. You all have better chance of protecting me and getting me out of here in one piece. So there's no it is no point of mine if my teammates, temporary as you are cursed.
What good is it if we get you out and you're a desk plant?
Ah, the Historian Guild will know what to do with me, and if I become a plant, so be it. The historians will learn ever so much. I am sure my house will find great use for it.
You are a strange but noble little elf, and I'm really grateful to you.
Now, enough talking. We should find a way out, or at least the answer. As they were saying this, I believe you were opening a chest.
Yes. Also, Phineas asked where Truffaut was. Is Truffaut not coming in?
Truffaut stood outside being like, no, I'm good.
Seems shady. How'd you guys get through this wall?
Is Trefo going through?
Truffaut is muted.
Trefo?
Sorry, I had a little bit of emergency.
Oh no.
I'll go through the wall. Yeah.
Just to be sure, is this before you're opening the chest, Phineas?
I mean, I'm assuming I waited for Truffaut to come through because I'm assuming he was behind us. All right, and then I'll open the chest.
I'd like to make a strength check, please.
I am not a strong man.
Apparently not. It doesn't open. You sort of look around and you see the hinges are rusted, although they are snapping, as you've heard the metal snap.
Could Truffaut whip the chest just in case it is a mimic?
If you want.
Yeah, I'd like to whip the chest to see if it's a mimic.
Roll your whip attack, please.
How do we, is that just...
In your inventory.
Oh, right, okay. It was attack, you said?
Yes, please.
Oh, come on.
You whip the chest, as you hear metal snap once more. And not only the metal snapping, you hear the sound of glass breaking as the chest springs open and a cloud of green gas starts to fill the room. You all start to feel a little bit sleepy and noxious.
I have a feeling that this room hides poisons. Before the professor
As
falls to
the
the ground.
professor falls to the ground, unconscious.
We should get out of here.
Could you all make a very quick Constitution saving throw with disadvantage, please?
Can I say that as the green cloud came out, Hikaru did this to try and like bash it back?
Sure.
Cool.
Then Recon can do like, yeah, Recon, Leaf, and Perry can roll again, just a flat one, not a disadvantage.
What am I doing again?
Ah, shucks.
Just a Constitution saving throw.
Just normal or?
Just normal.
Yeah.
Okay, so, Phineas, as you are so close to the chest, and Raffo, you sort of don't really have time to run, and you both fall unconscious. Maisie, being a bit further back, you do have a little bit of time to run. Could I get a dexterity check from you, please?
Sure.
Okay, so you are pretty fast, and you do have time to run back through the wall if you choose.
Have I seen people go down already?
If you wish to do a perception to see if you had time to notice.
Oh, probably didn't. I probably yeeted,
Okay.
to be honest.
Right, so Hikaru has done this attack in front of Leaf and Perry. This has given you a little bit of time to start running. Unfortunately, Hikaru, as quickly as the fog came, because he spent that extra time doing the attack, does get engulfed by the fog and falls unconscious. Leaf, I guess seeing Hikaru doing this, doesn't have time to run and falls unconscious. Perry and Recon, do you run or stay? As you would have noticed everybody falling unconscious here.
Recon would grab Hikaru and by one of his paws and Leaf by like the fabric around his shoulder and try to drag them back to the wall.
Perry ain't moving. He's just
Okay.
staying there.
Then Perry falls unconscious. Recon, I would say you could easily pick up Hikaru, so there's no detriment there. To drag Leaf, however, I'm going to need a strength check, please.
Oh no, that's a save. Oh, it was so close to 15.
The gas is really closing in on you. Your choice now is to either run or stay.
I would stay.
Okay. Everybody falls unconscious except for Maisie, who made it out. Maisie, you do notice that the gas doesn't seem to be going past the illusionary wall. And that's where we're going to end today.
Oh, goodness gracious.
I mean, in my defense, I gave Phineas so many warnings there.
I didn't. think
Yeah,
was
you
gonna
put a
win it.
chest. You put a chest in front of that man, though. It's gonna get opened.
Yeah.
It physically growled.
He growled.
So
It said,
yeah.
You've heard glass hitting wood. This gas came from a potion bottle that was tied to the chest opening, basically, and when it opened, because the metal snapped at the back, the glass bottle broke,
Oh no!
releasing this gas.
Well, there's a lesson to be learned here. Not all problems can be solved by just whipping it.
Yeah, next time let's try to nay.
Oh, no.
Ego lied to me.
That was fun.
So yeah. Definitely not how I saw today going, to be fair.
We'll see you next week. Everyone's unconscious.
The doctor can't help this one, I'm afraid.
Oh, the doctor helped. Now he's a plant.
You all have very mixed opinions on the doctor, it appears.
Yeah.
You know, opinion is highly elevated after saving Recon.
The good doctor.
So there we have it.
Yep.
That is all we have for today. You barely explored any of the map that I prepared. Like, there's 3 floors to this, by the way. There's 3 different floors. I made this map so much.
Yeah, you thought we were just gonna come hammer it, but nah, RP baby.
Right? But I did really enjoy the when you dove down into the pool. I thought that was pretty.
Yeah, that was cool. That was a cool area you had set up there. I didn't expect to see all that. Also, I really didn't think we saw Perry leave that room. That's why I was like convinced.
You didn't? Have fun with that knowledge.
y'all are shady up in here.
Cool.
The professor did say. The doctor even.
It's fair.
Did you remember leaving? So yes, I enjoyed doing that. That'll be fun. Fun to see what happens next week. If any of you survive, you know.
It's not
That
looking
sounds more
good.
scary coming from you than if it came from Boo.
Yeah, we all we somewhat bullied Maisie, and Maisie was the only one who got out. So like, this is her villain arc now, I'm afraid.
Oh no!
I have to go down to the main floor and be all like, they just died. It was I couldn't do anything. I tried.
No one saw this coming.
Yeah, I need new friends who didn't know I did that thing. Who just joined a table of adventurers. Wow, the chest. Who knew?
Who knew?
Who possibly could know?
If you have us wake up next week in an asylum, I'm just logging off the call.
Yeah.
I can't
Just putting that out there now.
Guys,
When we started the episode, I can't stress that I realized that the asylum was still an open, like, you know, tab at the top that we could go to.
Yeah.
I was worried for a second you might.
If we had, I would have signed off and been like, nope.
Yep.
One is still on the loose.
think
and the
all
other
of us
is
would.
too.
I'd be just sat there having a cookie. It's all good.
I was gonna say we haven't sorted the thing out with one, so
Yeah. But it's a good question. When you do, what will you do with them? Will you put them in a chest? Will you do this? Will you kill them?
Slice
Do
them
you have
into
the means to
itty bitty
do any of
pieces.
this?
Serve them as a, side salad.
Well, there you have it. I hope
Mhm.
you all enjoyed it.
Yeah, thanks.
Indeed, thank you.
Like, so much work went into this map, and you did nothing.
Yo, the map looks gorgeous. Honestly, it really
It
does.
is a
dear.
very cute map.
Cute.
Was there a chicken
Is
and
it
some
cute?
carrots?
I am cute.
didn't make
Like,
the map today.
it's cute right now because we've only seen a very small amount of it.
There was no carrots or chickens or cookies because Neil created the map. I was too busy creating Dr. Dex.
Oh, I see. You leave cookies.
Yeah.
N leaves poisonous trap
Yep.
chests and Hydra plants that
Mhm.
poison people.
A lot of
I see.
I mean, even the doctor said that this room may have been sealed away for a reason.
Can I also point out how long it took to make all these rhyming spells? I have so many. I spent literally 2 weeks writing them.
Oh no,
The spells were amazing, to be fair.
those are great.
Not to cut things short by all means, but we need to finish things because you're needed elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Need to play
So,
Pokemon.
episode on Saturday, Taru?
If everyone's available, yes.
Okay, we'll keep you posted, so join the Discord, keep track
Yep.
of Twitter, if it's still even a thing.
Yeah, by
soon.
then. I often post on Tuesdays on Discord.
But if not, we will be back next week in
Yep.
this exact same floor on Sunday for the tower.
Indeed.
Until next time,
Looking forward to it.
boop!
Boop.